You are watching the biggest game of your life. Millions of people are watching. Your team needs you to score one penalty kick. Just one. You have practiced this exact shot thousands of times. You could do it in your sleep. The goalkeeper does not matter. The distance does not matter. Nothing has changed except one thing. Everyone is watching. And that one thing changes everything. This is the moment the best players in the world fall apart. And the reason it happens has nothing to do with skill. Let's start with what a penalty kick actually is. The ball is 11 meters from the goal. The goalkeeper has to stay on the line until the ball is kicked. A professional footballer can kick the ball at over 100 kilometers per hour. The goalkeeper has less than half a second to react. By pure numbers, the penalty taker should almost always score. And yet, they miss. Again and again, in the most important moments, the best players in the world, players who have scored hundreds of goals, players who train every single day, they step up to that spot and their body does something their brain cannot explain. So what is actually happening? Scientists call it choking. Not the everyday meaning of the word. In psychology, choking means something very specific. It means performing worse than you are capable of, at the exact moment it matters most. And here's the strange part. Choking does not happen because you care too little. It happens because you care too much. When the pressure is low, like in a training session, a friendly game, a practice penalty, your brain lets your body do what it already knows how to do. The movement is automatic. You do not think about where your foot connects with the ball. You do not think about the angle of your knee. You just kick. And your body, trained thousands of times, does exactly what it is supposed to do. But when the pressure is high, like in a World Cup final, a Champions League decider, something changes inside your brain. The stakes are so high that your brain decides to get involved. It stops trusting your body and starts thinking. And thinking is the problem. Psychologists call this explicit monitoring. Your brain starts consciously controlling movements that are normally automatic. Movements that work perfectly when you are not thinking about them. Movements that fall apart the moment you start paying attention to them. Think about walking. You have walked your entire life. You are very good at walking. Now try to consciously think about every single movement your leg makes while you walk. Think about how your heel hits the ground first. Think about how your weight shifts forward. Think about how your toes push off. Suddenly something you could do perfectly becomes strange and difficult. This is exactly what happens to a penalty taker under pressure. Their brain starts monitoring the kick in real time. Where is my foot? Is my body straight? Am I looking at the right spot? And in that monitoring, in that thinking, the automatic skill breaks down. There is a study that proves this in the most brutal way possible. Researchers asked professional footballers to take penalty kicks. Some were told to think carefully about their technique as they kicked. Others were told to think about something completely unrelated. The players who were told to think about their technique scored significantly less. The players thinking about a random word scored more. The thinking made them worse. The distraction made them better. Your brain is the obstacle. The less it interferes, the better your body performs. But the brain is not finished making things difficult, because there is a second problem, and this one is even harder to escape. Your body produces a hormone called cortisol when you are under stress. Cortisol is useful. It prepares your body for danger. It raises your heart rate, sharpens your focus, sends blood to your muscles. For thousands of years, cortisol helped your ancestors survive, run from the predator, fight the threat. But cortisol was designed for physical danger, not for standing in front of 80,000 people and trying to perform a precise technical skill. The same hormone that kept your ancestors alive is flooding through a footballer's body at the penalty spot. Their hands are shaking slightly. Their vision is narrowing. their muscles are tight, their heart is beating faster than normal, and they need to perform a movement that requires calm, precision, and complete technical control. The body is preparing for a fight. What it needs is stillness. The cortisol does not know the difference. So why do some players handle it better than others? The answer is not talent. It is not even experience. Some of the most experienced players in the world have missed penalties in the biggest moments. Roberto Baggio, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. The answer is something psychologists call stress inoculation. The idea is simple. If you expose yourself to high-pressure situations repeatedly, real pressure, not just practice, your brain and body learn that the pressure is survivable. The cortisol response becomes smaller. The explicit monitoring becomes less. The automatic skill stays automatic even when the stakes are high. The players who handle penalty pressure best are not the ones who feel no pressure. They are the ones who have learned to perform inside the pressure without trying to escape it. There is one more thing, and this is the part most people never think about. The goalkeeper knows about choking too. Research shows that in penalty shootouts, goalkeepers dive to one side almost every time, even though staying in the center of the goal would statistically give them a better chance of saving the ball. Why do they dive? Because doing anything feels better than standing still. Because standing still while the ball goes past feels like giving up. It feels like failure, even if standing still was the smarter choice. The penalty kick is not just a football problem, it is a human problem. Two people under enormous pressure, both of their brains working against them, both trying to override what their bodies already know how to do. The player trying not to think, the goalkeeper trying not to freeze, both of them fighting the same enemy, which is not the other person. It is the part of their own brain that cannot stop caring about what happens next. The next time you watch a penalty miss and you wonder how someone that skilled could miss something that simple, remember this. They did not miss because they forgot how to kick a ball. They missed because their brain remembered exactly how much was at stake. And in trying to control something their body already knew how to do, they lost it. The penalty kick is not a test of skill. It is a test of how well you can get out of your own way. And that is the hardest thing any human being can do.